Welcome to today's Lost Souls, where we bring you the most impactful and unforgettable stories from around the world. Today, we remember the lives of remarkable individuals whose legacies continue to inspire and resonate. From iconic musicians to trailblazing activists, join us as we celebrate their extraordinary contributions and bid farewell to those who have left an indelible mark on our lives. Stay tuned for a journey through their incredible stories.
Michael Baggott. Michael Baggott, the beloved antiques expert best known for his role on the BBC's Flog It, passed away on January 28, 2025, after suffering a heart attack. Following a stroke in October 2024, his death marked the end of a remarkable era in the British antiques community, leaving behind a legacy defined by expertise, passion, and a genuine love for sharing history with others. Born in Birmingham in 1960, Michael's fascination with antiques began in his childhood, nurtured by a family that valued tradition and the stories behind treasured objects. His mother, Elizabeth, played a pivotal role in shaping his interests, instilling in him a deep appreciation for the past. Michael's first foray into collecting came as a schoolboy when he saved his lunch money to buy a Chester silver Vesta, Kaisa's small but significant purchase that ignited a lifelong passion for antique silver. Michael's academic journey took him through grammar school and university, during which he immersed himself in the world of antiques, often spending his free time researching and learning about historical pieces. This dedication led him to Christie's, one of the world's most prestigious auction houses, where he gained invaluable experience and developed a reputation for his discerning eye and meticulous attention to detail. He later joined Sotheby's, heading the Southern Silver Department, and eventually became a private consultant specializing in antique silver. In 2004, Michael joined Flog It as a regular expert, quickly becoming one of the show's most recognizable and respected personalities. His expertise in British silver, boxers, and early spoons was unmatched, and his enthusiasm for uncovering the stories behind each item captivated audiences. Michael had a unique ability to make the world of antiques accessible and engaging, inspiring both seasoned collectors and newcomers alike. His warmth, generosity with his knowledge, and storytelling skills made him a favorite among viewers and colleagues. Beyond television, Michael was a prolific writer and educator. He published an illustrated guide to York hallmarks, 1776 to 1858, a reference work that remains essential for collectors, and contributed regularly to the Finial, a journal for silver enthusiasts. His scholarship and clear, approachable writing style helped demystify the complexities of antique silver for a broader audience. Michael's personal life was marked by close family bonds, particularly with his mother and older sister, who supported him throughout his career. The loss of his mother to cancer in 2019 was a profound moment in his life. Further fueling his commitment to honoring her memory through his work, his passing prompted an outpouring of tributes from the antiques community and beyond. Colleagues remembered him as a genuine connoisseur, a mentor, and a friend whose impact extended far beyond the television screen. His extensive personal collection, including more than 550 pieces of York silver, dating from the late 17th century, is now set to be auctioned, a testament to his dedication and expertise. Michael Baggott's legacy is one of scholarship, generosity, and a lifelong commitment to sharing the magic of antiques. He will be deeply missed, but his influence endures in the lives of those he inspired and the treasures he helped bring to light. Paddy Cole. Paddy Cole, the iconic Irish saxophone player, singer, and bandleader, passed away on January 22, 2025. After a battle with lung cancer diagnosed in 2022, his death marked the end of a remarkable 70-year career in Irish show business, during which he became a beloved figure known as the King of the Swingers, celebrated for his vibrant personality and infectious music that brought joy to thousands. Born Patrick Cole on December 17, 1939, in Castleblayney, County Monaghan, Ireland, he was introduced to music at an early age by his father, a postman, who also played in dance bands. Paddy first appeared on stage at just 12 years old and joined his first band at 15, setting the stage for a lifelong passion for performance. His early years were shaped by the rich tradition of Irish show bands, a genre blending jazz, Dixieland, and swing that dominated the country's dance halls for decades. In the early 1960s, Paddy Cole joined the Capital Show Band, touring extensively across Ireland and earning a reputation as a skilled saxophonist and charismatic singer. He later became a member of the Big 8 show band, which toured internationally, including a notable stint in Las Vegas. There he had the extraordinary experience of meeting Elvis Presley multiple times, with Presley attending several of their shows and welcoming them into his dressing room, a testament to Cole's talent and international appeal. After returning to Ireland, Paddy formed the Paddy Cole Band, later renamed the Paddy Cole Superstars, continuing to enchant audiences with his signature blend of jazz and showband sounds. Beyond music, he and his wife Helen owned a bar and restaurant in Castleblaney for a period. Though they lived primarily in Dublin for many years, Paddy's influence extended beyond live performances. He was also a talented broadcaster, hosting shows on RT television and his own weekend radio program, The Paddy Cole Hour, which showcased his warmth and connection with listeners. Even into his 80s, he remained active on stage, embodying a lifelong dedication to his craft. His passing elicited heartfelt tributes from across Ireland, including from President Michael D. Higgins, who hailed him as one of the founding icons of the great period of the Irish show bands, and Dáil Simon Harris, who praised his exceptional talent and adventurous spirit. Paddy Cole's legacy is remembered not only in his recordings and performances, but also in the joy and memories he created for generations of fans. He is survived by his wife Helen, their 3 children Pat, Perce, and Karen, and 9 grandchildren. His funeral took place in Castleblaney, with many mourning the loss of a true legend, whose music and spirit will continue to resonate throughout Irish culture. Barbara Clegg, a pioneering British actress and scriptwriter, passed away on January 7, 2025. She holds the distinction of being the first woman to write a script for the iconic television series Doctor Who, breaking new ground in a male industry and leaving a lasting legacy in British television and radio drama. Born on March 1, 1926, in Manchester, England, Barbara began her career as an actress, appearing in numerous television series throughout the 1950s and 1960s, including roles in Coronation Street, Emergency Ward 10, and BBC Sunday Night Theatre. Her transition from acting to writing marked a significant turning point, as she brought her deep understanding of character and narrative to the scripts she crafted. Barbara's most celebrated contribution came in 1983 with the Doctor Who serial, Enlightenment, starring Peter Davison as the 5th Doctor. Commissioned by script editor Eric Saward, Enlightenment was originally titled The Enlighteners and showcased Barbara's ability to weave complex themes into science fiction storytelling. The plot involved the Doctor and his companions trapped on an Edwardian yacht crewed by humans, unaware of their participation in a cosmic race controlled by godlike beings known as the Eternals. The story explored themes of freedom, manipulation, and enlightenment, with strong, nuanced characters, such as Captain Rack, a female antagonist who challenged traditional gender roles. This serial was notable for its thoughtful portrayal of women and the assertion of human free will amidst oppressive forces, distinguishing it within the Doctor Who canon. Beyond Doctor Who, Barbara's career spanned decades in television and radio, where she was respected for her craftsmanship and storytelling prowess. Her work was characterized by a keen insight into human nature and a dedication to elevating the voices of women in media. Barbara was married to Paul Johnstone and is survived by their 2 sons and a daughter. Her death was marked by tributes, highlighting her trailblazing role as a female writer in science fiction and her contributions to British culture. Barbara Clegg's legacy endures not only through her scripts, but also through the doors she opened for future generations of women writers in television. Barry Michael Cooper, the groundbreaking Harlem-born journalist and screenwriter, passed away on January 21, 2025, in Baltimore, Maryland. He was 66 years old. Cooper's career was marked by a profound impact on urban storytelling, transitioning from investigative journalism into Hollywood screenwriting, where he authored some of the most influential films, depicting the crack epidemic and street culture of the late 20th century. Raised in Harlem, Cooper's early life was immersed in the vibrant and complex urban environment that would later become the backdrop of his work. After graduating from City College of New York, he began his career as a music and culture critic for publications like The Village Voice and Spin magazine. His 1988 profile of Teddy Riley famously coined the term New Jack Swing, a genre-defining sound that shaped late 1980s and early 1990s urban music. However, it was his fearless investigative reporting on the crack cocaine crisis that truly set him apart. His 1989 Village Voice article, Kids Killing Kids, New Jack City Eats Its Young, exposed the devastating impact of the drug trade in Detroit, capturing the attention of Hollywood executives and leading to his transition into screenwriting. Cooper's screenwriting debut came with the 1991 film New Jack City, the film starred Wesley Snipes as Nino Brown, a ruthless drug lord, and became a cultural phenomenon for its raw and unflinching portrayal of the crack epidemic's social consequences. New Jack City was the first installment of what became known as Cooper's Harlem trilogy, which also included Sugar Hill 1994 and Above the Rim 1994. These films combine gritty realism with stylized storytelling, offering nuanced perspectives on urban life, ambition, and survival. Cooper's work not only entertained but also educated audiences about the complexities of inner-city struggles and the human stories within them. Beyond film, Cooper was also a producer and writer for television, notably collaborating with Spike Lee on the series adaptation of She's Gotta Have It, where he produced and wrote multiple episodes. His contributions to Black cinema and culture earned him recognition as a quiet legend who profoundly shaped the narrative of urban America in popular media. Barry Michael Cooper's legacy is that of a visionary storyteller who brought authenticity and literary depth to urban narratives. His work continues to influence filmmakers, writers, and audiences, preserving the voices and experiences of a pivotal era in American history. He is remembered as an author of compassion and a cultural icon whose impact transcended the screen. Representative Joe John, a distinguished North Carolina politician, jurist, and public servant, passed away on January 22, 2025, after a courageous battle with terminal throat cancer. His death marked the conclusion of a life devoted to justice, public service, and advocacy for the common good, leaving a lasting impact on the state of North Carolina. Born on October 13, 1939. In East Chicago, Indiana, Joe John pursued an extensive education at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, earning multiple degrees including a law degree in 1971. His legal career was marked by a series of influential roles. He served as an assistant district attorney in Guilford County, then as a district court judge and superior court judge, before ascending to the North Carolina Court of Appeals, where he served from 1992 through 2000. His judicial career was characterized by fairness, thoughtfulness, and a deep commitment to justice. In 2010, John was appointed interim director of the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation (SBI) crime laboratory by then Attorney General Roy Cooper, and he was confirmed in this role permanently in 2011. Under his leadership, the crime lab's standards and operations improved significantly, reflecting his dedication to scientific rigor and public trust. Transitioning from the judiciary, and Joe John was first elected as a Democrat to the North Carolina House of Representatives in 2016, representing District 40 in northwestern Wake County. He was re-elected in 2018, 2020, and again in 2024, demonstrating strong support from his constituents. During his legislative tenure, John focused on fully funding North Carolina's public schools, eliminating partisan gerrymandering, and defending the independence of the judiciary. His colleagues respected him as a principled advocate for justice and fairness. In early December 2024, John was diagnosed with terminal throat cancer, demonstrating characteristic courage and transparency. He announced his resignation from the legislature on January 19, 2025. On his health and spent precious time with his family, surrounded by his loving wife Evelyn, children and grandchildren. Joe John passed away peacefully the following day. John's family described him as a dedicated statesman whose work touched countless lives. House Democratic leader Robert Reeves and North Carolina Attorney General Josh Stein praised his leadership, integrity, and lifelong commitment to public service. Beyond his professional achievements, Joe John cherished his role as a husband, father, and grandfather, the title he held most dear. Joe John's legacy endures in the institutions he strengthened, the laws he championed, and the lives he touched through decades of service to North Carolina. His dedication to justice, fairness, and the common good will be remembered for generations. Bertrand Blier, the provocative and acclaimed French film director and screenwriter, passed away peacefully at his home in Paris on January 20, 2025. Born on March 14, 1939, in Boulogne-Billancourt, France, Blier was the son of the renowned actor Bernard Blier and grew up immersed in the world of cinema. Over a career spanning more than 5 decades, he became known for his audacious, darkly comic films that challenged societal norms and morality with fearless irreverence. Blier's cinematic style was marked by a blend of black humor, vulgarity, and an unflinching exploration of human desires and taboos. His breakthrough came with the 1974 cult classic Les Valsius's Going Places, which introduced Gerard Depardieu to a wider audience and became a cultural touchstone in France for its raw portrayal of rebellious youth and provocative humor. The film's success established Blier as one of the most controversial and influential voices in French cinema. In 1978, Blier achieved international acclaim with Préparez vos mouchoirs, Get Out Your Handkerchiefs, which won the Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film in 1979. This film showcased his ability to blend comedy with complex emotional narratives, earning him critical praise and solidifying his reputation on the global stage. Throughout his career, Bligher won multiple César Awards for Best Screenplay, including for Buffet Froy 1980, Notre Histoire 1985, and Trop Belle pour toi 1990. The latter also won the Jury Prize at the Cannes Film Festival, as well as César Awards for Best Film and Best Director. Highlighting his continued relevance and artistic evolution, Bligher frequently collaborated with some of French cinema's most notable actors, including Gerard Depardieu, Patrick Dewar, Michel Blanc, Josiane Velasco, and others from the famed Splendid Troupe. His films often courted controversy for their explicit content and perceived misogyny, yet they remain significant for their boldness and originality beyond filmmaking. Bligher was an author and a man who reflected deeply on his life and art. In interviews, he described filmmaking as a godlike act of creation, relishing the power to shape narratives and images. Despite his often gruff public persona, he was known for his dedication to his craft and his complex relationship with his father, which influenced much of his work. Bertrand Bligher leaves behind a body of work that challenged conventions and provoked thought, securing his place as one of France's most important and daring filmmakers. He is survived by his wife, actress Farida Rawad, his children, and his legacy endures in the films that continue to inspire and unsettle audiences worldwide. Sarah Piffer, a promising young Italian cyclist, tragically passed away on January 24, 2025, following a fatal road accident during a training ride near Mezzocorona and Mezzolombardo in the Trentino region of Italy. At just 19 years old, Sarah was considered one of Italy's rising stars in women's cycling, known for her talent both on the road and track, and her death has deeply saddened the cycling community and sparked urgent calls for improved road safety for cyclists. Born on October 7, 2005, in Trento, Sarah began her cycling career with Velosport Mezzocorona before joining the continental team Mendels. In 2024, she achieved notable successes, including a victory at the U23 Giornata Nazionale Rosa GP Città di Corridonia and a second-place finish in the Trentino time trial. She was also the vice-champion of Italy in Madison on the track, and highlighting her versatility and promise as a young athlete. The tragic accident occurred while Sarah was training with her brother Christian, an amateur cyclist. According to initial reports, a 70-year-old driver traveling in the opposite direction attempted to overtake another vehicle and collided with Sarah. Despite immediate medical intervention, including evacuation by helicopter, Sarah succumbed to her injuries in hospital. Her brother sustained only minor injuries. Sarah's death has reignited a fierce debate about cyclist safety on Italian roads, with many, including former Giro d'Italia winner Francesco Moser, calling for urgent measures to prevent further tragedies. The incident is part of a troubling pattern, as over 200 cyclists died on Italian roads in 2024 alone. Her mother, Mariana, poignantly recalled choosing a cycling jersey with the word winner on it for Sarah's funeral, a symbol of her daughter's spirit and dedication. Sarah's passing is not only a loss of a talented athlete, but also a stark reminder of the dangers cyclists face daily. Sarah Piffer leaves behind a legacy of youthful promise and passion for cycling, and her memory continues to inspire calls for safer roads and respect for cyclists everywhere. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the legendary Austrian-American bodybuilder, Hollywood icon, successful businessman, philanthropist, and former governor of California, passed away in 2025, leaving behind a monumental legacy that spans sports. Born on July 30, 1947, in the small village of Thal near Graz, Austria, Schwarzenegger's journey from a modest upbringing to global superstardom is a testament to his relentless drive, charisma, and multifaceted talents. Arnold's early life was marked by a passion for physical fitness and bodybuilding. Starting weightlifting at the age of 15, he quickly rose through the ranks of competitive bodybuilding, becoming the youngest ever to win the Mr. Universe title at age 20. Over the next decade, he dominated the sport, claiming 5 Mr. Universe titles and 7 Mr. Olympia titles, a record that cemented his status as one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time. Nicknamed the Austrian Oak, Schwarzenegger's extraordinary physique and magnetic personality helped popularize bodybuilding worldwide, transforming it from a niche pursuit into a mainstream sport with a global fan base. In 1968, driven by a dream of Hollywood stardom, Arnold emigrated to the United States. His early film career began modestly with the 1970 movie Hercules in New York, where he was credited as Arnold Strong and his thick accent was dubbed over. However, his breakthrough came with the 1977 documentary. Throughout his career, Bligher won multiple César Awards for Best Screenplay, including for Buffet Fora 1980, Notre Espoir 1985, and Trop Belle pour Toi 1990. The latter also won the jury prize at the Cannes Film Festival, as well as César Awards for Best Film and Best Director, highlighting his continued relevance and artistic evolution. Blier frequently collaborated with some of French cinema's most notable actors, including Gerard Depardieu, Patrick Dewar, Michel Blanc, Josiane Belasco, and others from the famed Splendid Troupe. His films often courted controversy for their explicit content and perceived misogyny, yet they remain significant for their boldness and originality. Beyond filmmaking, Blier was an author and a man who reflected deeply on his life and art. In interviews, he described filmmaking as a godlike act of creation, relishing the power to shape narratives and images. Despite his often gruff public persona, he was known for his dedication to his craft and his complex relationship with his father, which influenced much of his work. Bertrand Blier leaves behind a body of work that challenged conventions and provoked thought. Securing his place as one of France's most important and daring filmmakers, he is survived by his wife, actress Farida Rawad, his children, and his legacy endures in the films that continue to inspire and unsettle audiences worldwide. Sarah Piffer, a promising young Italian cyclist, tragically passed away on January 24, 2025, following a fatal road accident during a training ride near Messo Lombardo in the Trentino region of Italy. At just 19 years old, Sarah was considered one of Italy's rising stars in women's cycling, known for her talent both on the road and track, and her death has deeply saddened the cycling community and sparked urgent calls for improved road safety for cyclists. Born on October 7, 2005 in Trento, Sarah began her cycling career with Velosport Mezzocorona, before joining the continental team Mendelssohn. In 2024, she achieved notable successes, including a victory at the U23 Giornata Nazionale Rosa, GP Città di Cordonia, and a second-place finish in the Trentino time trial. She was also the vice champion of Italy in Madison on the track, and highlighting her versatility and promise as a young athlete. The tragic accident occurred while Sarah was training with her brother Christian, an amateur cyclist. According to initial reports, a 70-year-old driver traveling in the opposite direction attempted to overtake another vehicle and collided with Sarah. Despite immediate medical intervention, including evacuation by helicopter, Sarah succumbed to her injuries in hospital. Her brother sustained only minor injuries. Sarah's death has reignited a fierce debate about cyclist safety on Italian roads, with many, including former Giro d'Italia winner Francesco Moser, calling for urgent measures to prevent further tragedies. The incident is part of a troubling pattern, as over 200 cyclists died on Italian roads in 2024 alone. Her mother, Mariana, poignantly recalled choosing a cycling jersey with the word winner on it for Sarah's funeral, a symbol of her daughter's spirit and dedication. Sarah's passing is not only a loss of a talented athlete, but also a stark reminder of the dangers cyclists face daily. Sarah Piffer leaves behind a legacy of youthful promise and passion for cycling, and her memory continues to inspire calls for safer roads and respect for cyclists everywhere. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the legendary Austrian-American bodybuilder, Hollywood icon, successful businessman, philanthropist, and former governor of California, passed away in 2025, leaving behind a monumental legacy that spans sports, entertainment, politics, and social activism. Born on July 30, 1947, in the small village of Thal near Graz, Austria, Schwarzenegger's journey from a modest upbringing to global superstardom is a testament to his relentless drive, charisma, and multifaceted talents. Arnold's early life was marked by a passion for physical fitness and bodybuilding. Starting weightlifting at the age of 15, he quickly rose through the ranks of competitive bodybuilding, becoming the youngest ever to win the Mr. Universe title at age 20. Over the next decade, he dominated the sport, claiming 5 Mr. Universe titles and 7 Mr. Olympia titles, a record that cemented his status as one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time. Nicknamed the Austrian Oak, Schwarzenegger's extraordinary physique and magnetic personality helped popularize bodybuilding worldwide, transforming it from a niche pursuit into a mainstream sport with a global fan base. In 1968, driven by a dream of Hollywood stardom, Arnold emigrated to the United States. His early film career began modestly with the 1970 movie Hercules in New York, where he was credited as Arnold Strong, and his thick accent was dubbed over. However, his breakthrough came with the 1977 documentary Pumping Iron, which showcased his charismatic presence and competitive spirit during the 1975 Mr. Olympia contest. This film introduced Schwarzenegger to a wider audience and paved the way for his transition into acting. Arnold's rise as a Hollywood action star was meteoric. In 1982, he starred in Conan the Barbarian, a sword and sorcery epic that was a box office hit and established him as a leading man. 2 years later, he immortalized himself in cinematic history with the role of the Terminator in James Cameron's 1984 sci-fi thriller The Terminator. His portrayal of the relentless cyborg assassin became iconic, spawning a franchise that includes multiple sequels and cementing his place as a pop culture legend. Notably, Schwarzenegger is the only actor to be recognized by the American Film Institute in both the 100 Heroes and Villains categories for his roles in this franchise. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Schwarzenegger starred in a string of blockbuster hits that showcased his versatility beyond action roles. Films like Commando, 1985, Predator, 1987, and Total Recall 1990 thrilled audiences with their blend of action and science fiction. At the same time, he proved his comedic chops in movies such as Twins 1988, Kindergarten Cop 1990, and Jingle All the Way 1996, broadening his appeal to family audiences. His films have grossed over $5.4 billion worldwide, making him one of the highest-grossing actors of all time. Beyond his film career, Schwarzenegger was a prolific author and entrepreneur. He wrote influential books on bodybuilding, including Arnold, The Education of a Bodybuilder 1977, and The New Encyclopedia of Modern Bodybuilding 1998, which remain seminal works in fitness literature. He also founded Oak Productions, a film production company, and invested in various business ventures, including real estate and fitness enterprises. Arnold's ambition extended into politics, where he made a historic impact as the 38th governor of California, serving from 2003 to 2011, running as a Republican in a heavily Democratic state. He won the 2003 recall election with over 48% of the vote, presenting himself as a centrist reformer focused on fiscal responsibility, environmental issues, and bipartisan cooperation. During his tenure, Schwarzenegger championed initiatives to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, expand renewable energy, and improve public education funding. His leadership helped shape California's progressive environmental policies and earned him recognition as a global environmental advocate. After leaving office, Schwarzenegger continued his activism, particularly in climate change and youth fitness. He became a prominent spokesperson for the Special Olympics, serving as its honorary president in Austria, and promoting inclusion and athletic opportunities for people with intellectual disabilities worldwide. His philanthropic efforts extended to various causes including after-school programs, veterans support, and disaster relief. Arnold's personal life was as dynamic as his public career. Married to Maria Shriver, a member of the Kennedy family, for 25 years they have 4 children together. Despite personal challenges and a highly publicized separation, Schwarzenegger remained committed to his family and maintained a strong presence in their lives in his later years. Schwarzenegger returned to acting with roles in The Last Stand, 2013, Sabotage 2014, Terminator, Genesis 2015, and Terminator Dark Fate 2019, delighting fans with his enduring charisma and physical presence. He also embraced new media, engaging with fans through social platforms and continuing to inspire millions worldwide. Arnold Schwarzenegger's passing in 2025 marked the end of an extraordinary life, defined by reinvention and achievement across multiple fields, from a young Austrian weightlifter to a global icon. His story embodies the power of ambition, resilience, and the pursuit of dreams. His legacy lives on in bodybuilding culture, Hollywood cinema, environmental activism, and public service, inspiring generations to push beyond limits and embrace the possibilities of transformation. At the age of 15, Arnold began lifting weights, with a determination that was rare for someone so young. His early training was intense and disciplined, and he quickly developed a passion for sculpting his body. By 18, Arnold had already won the Junior Mr. Europe contest, signaling the start of a remarkable career. Arnold's dedication to bodybuilding was unparalleled. He trained relentlessly, focusing not only on size but also on symmetry and definition. His efforts paid off when he won the Mr. Universe title at just 20 years old, becoming the youngest winner ever. This achievement catapulted him into the international bodybuilding spotlight throughout the 1970s. Arnold dominated the Mr. Olympia competition, winning the prestigious title 7 times between 1970 and 1980. His physique was revolutionary, combining mass and aesthetics in a way that set new standards for the sport. Arnold's charisma and charm helped popularize bodybuilding worldwide, bringing it from a niche sport to mainstream recognition. Arnold's rivalry and friendship with fellow bodybuilder Lou Ferrigno were famously documented in the 1977 film, Pumping Iron. This documentary not only showcased the intense competition but also highlighted Arnold's larger-than-life personality, wit, and competitive spirit. The film introduced Arnold to a global audience and opened doors beyond Broadway, Building. Despite his success on the stage, Arnold had bigger dreams. He wanted to conquer Hollywood and become a film star. In 1968, he moved to the United States with little money and a strong Austrian accent. The transition was challenging. He worked odd jobs, continued his training, and took acting classes to improve his skills and language. Arnold's first film role was in Hercules in New York, 1970, where he played the mythological hero Hercules. Although the film was not a critical success, it marked Arnold's entry into the film industry. His unique physique and accent made it difficult to secure leading roles initially, but he persevered. His breakthrough came with Conan the Barbarian in 1982. The film was a commercial success and showcased Arnold's ability to carry a movie as a leading man. Following this, Arnold starred in The Terminator 1984, directed by James Cameron. The film became a cultural phenomenon, and Arnold's portrayal of the relentless cyborg assassin became iconic. The line, "I'll be back," remains one of the most famous catchphrases in cinema history. Arnold's success in action films continued with hits like Predator, Total Recall, and Commando. He also demonstrated his comedic talents in films, such as Twins and Kindergarten Cop, broadening his appeal to audiences worldwide. By the late 1980s and early 1990s, Arnold Schwarzenegger was one of the most recognizable and highest-paid actors in Hollywood. His journey from a small Austrian village to global stardom was a testament to his relentless work ethic, ambition, and charisma. Part 2. Acting Career. Political life and legacy. Arnold Schwarzenegger's acting career was marked by versatility and an ability to connect with audiences across genres. While he was best known for his action roles, he also excelled in comedy and drama, proving he was more than just a muscle-bound star. In the 1990s, Arnold took on a variety of roles that showcased his range. Films like True Lies combined action and humor, while Jr. allowed him to explore comedic territory in a unique way. His ability to adapt and entertain helped him maintain his status as a box office draw. Beyond his film career, Arnold was deeply interested in politics and public service. His celebrity status and leadership qualities made him a natural candidate for public office. In 2003, he was elected governor of California in a special recall election, a surprising political victory that demonstrated his broad appeal as governor. Arnold focused on issues such as environmental protection, economic reform, and education. He championed initiatives to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and promote renewable energy, earning respect for his commitment to tackling climate change. His tenure was marked by efforts to balance the state's budget and improve infrastructure. Arnold's political career was not without challenges. He faced criticism from both sides of the political spectrum and had to navigate the complexities of California's diverse population and economy. Nevertheless, he remained a popular figure and was re-elected in 2006, serving 2 terms until 2011. After leaving office, Arnold returned to his passion for fitness, acting, and philanthropy. He became an advocate for health and fitness worldwide, promoting exercise and wellness programs for people of all ages. He also remained active in environmental causes, working to raise awareness about climate change on a global scale. Arnold Schwarzenegger's legacy is multifaceted. He is remembered as one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, a Hollywood icon, and a dedicated public servant. His life story embodies the American dream, a testament to the power of hard work, resilience, and ambition, from lifting weights in a small Austrian gym to leading one of the largest states in the U.S. Arnold's journey inspires millions. He has shown that with vision and determination, it is possible to break barriers and achieve greatness in multiple fields. Arnold continues to be a motivational figure, encouraging people to pursue their goals relentlessly. Whether through his films, speeches, or charitable work, his message remains clear. Success comes to those who dare to dream big and work tirelessly to make those dreams a reality. In conclusion, Arnold Schwarzenegger's life is a remarkable saga of transformation and achievement. From a young boy with a dream to a global superstar and political leader, his story is one of perseverance, passion, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Acting career, political life, and legacy. Schwarzenegger's journey from bodybuilding champion to Hollywood superstar was only the beginning of a remarkable and multifaceted career. While his early acting years established him as an action icon, the 1990s and 2000s saw him diversify his roles and ultimately transition into a significant political figure, all while leaving a lasting legacy that continues to inspire millions. Worldwide, after the massive success of The Terminator 1984, Arnold quickly became one of the most sought-after actors in Hollywood. His portrayal of the cyborg assassin was both menacing and captivating, and the film's success spawned a franchise that would become one of the most influential in cinematic history. The follow-up, Terminator 2: Judgment Day 1991, was a groundbreaking film in terms of special effects and storytelling, and it solidified Schwarzenegger's place as a global superstar. The film was the highest-grossing movie of 1991 and is still regarded as one of the best action films ever made. Throughout the late 1980s and 1990s, Arnold starred in a string of blockbuster hits that showcased his versatility within the action genre. Films such as Predator 1987, where he led a team of elite soldiers against an alien hunter, Total Recall 1990, a sci-fi thriller based on Philip K. Dick's work, and Commando 1985, a high-octane action flick, all reinforced his reputation as the quintessential action hero. His ability to combine physicality with a surprisingly charismatic and sometimes humorous screen presence made him beloved by audiences worldwide. In addition to action films, Schwarzenegger demonstrated a flair for comedy, which broadened his appeal. In Twins 1988, he starred alongside Danny DeVito in a buddy comedy that was both commercially successful and critically appreciated for its humor and heart. This was followed by Kindergarten Cop 1990, where Arnold played a tough cop who goes undercover as a kindergarten teacher, blending action with family-friendly comedy. Later, Junior 1994 saw him in a unique comedic role as a scientist who becomes pregnant, further proving his range as an actor. However, not all of Arnold's films were hits. The mid-1990s brought some setbacks. Last Action Hero 1993, a comedy, received mixed reviews and underperformed at the box office. More notably, Batman and Robin 1997, where Arnold played the villain Mr. Freeze, was critically panned and is often cited as one of the worst superhero movies ever made. These disappointments, coupled with changing trends in Hollywood, led to a decline in Arnold's box office dominance. Despite these challenges, Schwarzenegger continued to work steadily. He starred in End of Days 1999, a supernatural action film, and The Sixth Day 2000, a sci-fi thriller about cloning. While these films did not reach the heights of his earlier successes, they maintained his presence in the industry. In 2003, he returned to the Terminator franchise with Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines, which was commercially successful and welcomed by fans eager to see him reprise his iconic role. Arnold's life took a dramatic turn in 2003, when he entered politics. In a surprising and historic recall election, he was elected governor of California, one of the most populous and economically significant states in the U.S. His celebrity status, combined with his image as a self-made man and problem solver, helped him win over voters from both major political parties. As governor, Schwarzenegger faced numerous challenges, including a massive state budget deficit and political polarization. He focused on fiscal responsibility, working to balance California's budget through a combination of spending cuts and reforms. One of his most notable achievements was his leadership on environmental issues. Arnold championed ambitious policies aimed at reducing greenhouse gas emissions and promoting renewable energy, positioning California as a leader in the fight against climate change. His efforts earned him respect from environmentalists and political leaders alike. Education reform was another priority during his tenure. Schwarzenegger advocated for improvements in California's public schools and sought to increase funding for higher education. He also worked on infrastructure projects and public safety initiatives. Despite his successes, his time in office was not without controversy. He faced criticism from both Democrats and Republicans, and some of his policies were met with resistance. Nevertheless, Arnold maintained a reputation as a pragmatic and results-oriented leader. In 2006, Schwarzenegger was re-elected for a second term, a testament to his enduring popularity. He served as governor until 2011, after which he returned to private life but remained active in public affairs. Following his political career, Arnold returned to the entertainment industry with renewed energy. He starred in the Expendables series, a franchise that brought together many of the biggest action stars from the 1980s and 1990s. He also took on roles in The Last Stand 2013, Escape Plan 2013, and Sabotage 2014. In 2015, he reprised his role in Terminator Genisys. Though the film received mixed reviews, beyond acting and politics, Schwarzenegger has become a global advocate for health, fitness, and environmental sustainability. He has used his platform to promote exercise and wellness programs, encouraging people of all ages to lead healthier lives. His commitment to environmental causes continues through various initiatives and public speaking engagements aimed at combating climate change. Arnold Schwarzenegger's legacy is vast and multifaceted. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, having revolutionized the sport and inspired generations of athletes. As an actor, he became a cultural icon whose films have left an indelible mark on popular culture. His political career demonstrated that a celebrity could successfully transition into public service and make a meaningful impact. Perhaps most importantly, Arnold's life story embodies the spirit of determination and the pursuit of the American dream. From a small village in Austria to the pinnacles of bodybuilding, Hollywood, and politics, he has shown that with hard work, resilience, and vision, it is possible to overcome obstacles and achieve greatness. Arnold continues to inspire millions worldwide. His message is clear: success is not handed to anyone. It is earned through dedication, discipline, and the courage to chase one's dreams relentlessly. Whether through his films, speeches, or philanthropic efforts, Schwarzenegger remains a symbol of perseverance and achievement. In conclusion, Arnold Schwarzenegger's journey is a testament to the power of ambition and the impact one individual can have across multiple fields. His contributions to sports, entertainment, politics, and social causes ensure that his legacy will endure for generations to come.